Hey y'all, so my first video was supposed to be about my illness, and after I had corona it was supposed to be about my experience and everything we went through. However, everything didn't went to plan. My sister tested positive for COVID. She was pregnant. The day after she tested positive, I spiked a fever. So me and the children
Gotta get them dates too. That was
did
that was the 13th of November.
13th of November. So I went, me, my mother, and my other sister and the children, we went and got tests. My rapid come back positive. My son rapid come back positive. My sister daughter one come back negative. Then the second one on my son's second test come back negative. My niece one come back positive, and my other one come back positive. So I asked the people, what is that? And they said probably the children had it before me, so it was like I was the last person to catch it. It was like okay. Anyway, my sister had a wet cough.
When she tested positive, they said it was mild. She just had a cough. So from there, they took her to A&E because she had started bleeding before she left her. So thought it was time for baby. And then after A&E saying she wasn't in active labor, they took her to this place called the Infectious Disease Building in Emmer Complex, right opposite the hospital.
Prior to that, all she was saying was she real cold. You see how she real cold, how she feel worse. And like when I look back at it too, like the seeing that I tested positive, all I had was the high fever, which alerted me that same thing on, cause it was like my period done, my porphyria just trigger off with my period every month come. So it was like my period done. I ain't in stress trigger it off, and I take the medication that I'm supposed to take that would trigger it off. So you know, like right there, saying wrong, like on the spot, I know, yeah, I got this thing. Anyways, so all she's saying is she called the AC, she called, and like she just went downhill with the AC. Mind you, the day we went and get tests, we went on the AC bus. When I get on the bus, like everything was like worse, like headache, everything like just feel worse in the AC. So
after being in AC at the infectious disease place, they told her, I guess after the doctors came around, they said, well, the AC making her worse, we can send her down to her at some point, because I think they have some type of room that isn't AC that she could have gone in. So when she got down there, she was in AC at first. She said Dr. Corey Ford came and saw her and said, oh, you're the girl that got moved from M1 and came down here because the AC, you're not supposed to be in AC. So he told whoever down there to move her from in the AC. Hours passed. I was like after 10 o'clock in the morning. He came to see her and told her that. And like after 5, she messaged me back. I was like, I still in the AC. I get worse. I know they don't want to move me at all. Apparently some family came in and wherever she was supposed to go, they end up getting put. So she had to stay in the AC, which continued to make she feel worse.
I don't know, the lady called me now. We just positive this Sunday. The lady Danielle, she's really nice.
Danielle Rowe.
She is a very nice lady. Like you would think that Danielle family to you, she's just really nice. She checking for me the whole time. She called me, she explained to me, pack your things for probably a week and a half, 2 weeks. That we going to her some point. Which I know, but my sister don't, they're bad. So I know it's more stronger. I could go on, I can help, and I can answer questions and stuff. Alright, now I probably by the time you find the son I bet I ever talking to my mother, I bet sound like plus 2 the fever and the headache was real bad. Like that Sunday with that thing, you get up no the Monday. Anyway, like yeah, all we can the same place thing. Another woman called me back. You going blah my god. She got my head kerfuffle now. Like I said blah my god, what we supposed to go her some point down with my sister and thing. But anyway, when boy down, the transportation said we going down there. We went down there. And again, she sent me fruits and things, but when boy we didn't get a stand because apparently we wasn't as bad as people down there. Anyway, I don't know if I could get the clips and insert in this video, but anyway, I see my sister and she was like, "Pop my child." So I had to go back out for JJ, and she in the AC, and she's sweating so bad, and she feels she's not good. We could imagine you in AC and sweating so. Anyway, we get moved to the hotel. We settling.
Mind you, she's still pregnant and
Yeah.
don't hear nobody in checking the baby to tell me what's going on with the baby or anything like that. And meanwhile, like me and my mother, because me and my mother is the only two that didn't test positive, and we here at home, so we checking in on them, and it's like constant worrying because every time you ask what's going on, she ain't feeling so good. Anybody checking the baby? No. My mother had asked if the baby active. She was like, not really, and nobody ain't checking on nothing. So like, I don't understand what was going on, but anyhow,
she get an X-ray and it showed the
pneumonia,
chest and thing. But tell she after she get baby, she ended up getting induced after she get baby, depending on the type of antibiotics, she could or could not breastfeed.
So she was supposed to go on antibiotics right immediately after she had the baby. Furthermore, we even missed a point because she also has asthma and she got admitted, but she went to end more from the 13th.
She didn't always born with asthma. She developed asthma from working at Sanders
with the chemicals and stuff. So she was supposed to get her inhaler the same day, and she only ended up getting it like the following Tuesday of the week, like 3 days,
3 days after. And the hospital right there,
right next door.
And 3 days after she inhaled. I don't know. Some other medication she was put, and the people at MRI, the people found them, they send it up.
Yeah. But I mean, right next to the hospital, if anything, the hospital should have more, if not exactly what them have, more than what down there at her some point have. So like, all in all, these people at M4 was just not fit to do them job, in my opinion. All of them, I know everybody's not the same, but a lot of them and a lot of people was telling me lies and things because like the next day after she tested positive, and we went down for the test, and Shamilia tested positive, and they had to go. Me and my mother was negative, so we went and we took some stuff for Shanice. But obviously we can't see her. So the person that came to the door was like, I could take the things in for her, and I asked, she was supposed to give me her daughter's phone. She was like, I can't give you that now. She would have had to put it out beforehand. So I said, okay. I asked her, so how Shanice doing? She get up me and my mother dead in my face and say, she's doing good, we might move her to a hotel where we take pregnant people. When I get home and I message my sister and I ask her, how are you? She says she's not good. The AC making her feel worse. The cough is worse. She could not even talk.
And she was asking to go in the sunlight. I don't know what was so hard that somebody can't put she in a wheelchair and carry she in the sunny girl. They just want a little sun bad. Then she's
like they were them was scarring she basically, like them down there scarring persons that have COVID. And I mean she's a mother, she's pregnant. Like that shouldn't be nobody that you treating like that. You understand me?
And one nurse said every time they go in the room they gotta put on and off the clothes, but that is your job. When they call now, cause she don't wants to. This was before she had the baby. She don't wants to, and them is watching up on the monitor. When she holding her, you know, she voice thing and the camera, whatever that is, thing ain't working. So you believe? She gave
her number and it wasn't working.
I in quarantine. My mother who are all we trying to reach these people just to tell them to go and check when she want little assistance.
And when you get through.
When they get through. The woman tell me, are you looking at her on the camera? She's okay. I said she's not okay. She wants to stool. Furthermore, she stool. She said, she turned and told me, okay, thanks for calling. And it was real polite comment even before they get through. My mother said, remember how they mistreat and thing.
So we was trying to be as polite as possible. But obviously we was real upset because it's like we calling to get little information. Y'all not even calling us to let we know what's going on. She could barely talk, so we don't want to put her through that stress to send voice notes or call or anything like that. So the most we would do is message. And like when she resting or stuff, like sometimes we would get frightened because we ain't hearing shit for hours and we calling down there to see what going on and nobody not answering the phone. I feel like it was purpose work, honestly. Because we getting through to the hospital and you gotta call the hospital and they transfer you. So we calling all the time and nobody ain't answering. So it was just so nerve-wracking.
After she get the baby now, she said she sang Jatisha, but it's not saying she feel a lot better. So I guess like she body now ain't gonna provide for 2 oxygen and I think for 2, so she feel a lot better. I don't know if I could get the clit insert or whatever, but she was feeling a lot better. Anyway,
Baby
she had to get help with the time with the baby. She the Saturday evening she came to the hotel and
after she had a baby.
yeah, after she got the baby, she came to the hotel and we asked to get in the same room and she saw that we could help Shantae because I know she could maybe auntie.
Right, because she even messaged me and she said when she found out that she was going, she was actually real glad because she wanted to get out. Like, she would message me and I can laugh now, but she would message me and she would say like, if I could have get through this door, I would have back out of here and I ain't caring about the bodies, just that the baby and she gone. Like, that's how bad she wanted to get out of there because people was not treating she good. And meanwhile, all this going on and her oxygen levels were dropping. And I think at some point it went to 63. So then, after having a baby, I think they start showing the oxygen. So the levels have went back up. That's why they took her to the hotel. But when she got to the hotel, I think like the next day, the doctor said, "Well, you should have never come. You should have never come here.
The
They
nice
should have sent you
Rasta
back
nurse.
down to her some
She
point."
was real nice. I can't remember her name, but then Shanice told me too, like as she come out and more to get in the van, she stand up and said she was like, "Oh God, thank you Jesus for this son," and she enjoyed the sun until the bus was ready to go along. The girl that just wanted the sun
She
real bad.
just needed sun because that's what you need. The cold, this virus thrives in the cold. That's why I don't understand why they put you in AC, but they say it's for their protection, meaning the nurses and the doctors. But I think that it might just be making people worse. I don't know.
Yeah, so we get there, we went over late the evening. I was straight with the trying to tell them don't go put in the bag because they say we could still spread the virus in 10 days time from now something. So my sister was in one big bag with the baby and we was in the other. I was like, don't go put the baby, don't go ring baby, don't touch the baby. If you don't touch the baby from the foot. I don't know, it's so much. She looked better, everything better. She feeding the baby. I don't know. That was the evening time. I didn't sleep down that time. The breathing, I tell you, that was one rest this night. The Sunday, no, the nice nurse, cause the nurses, I know, like some of them is Kanye, but I got this Bajan one. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name because she was very nice. Cause bang, we was over on the other side. The first week we had to wait for another time. We had a when the nurses and things come and the doctors come, we still had to go outside. But it's nice when we moved to the other block where my sister was. She used to come in. She was like, she know who it is. She ain't scanning here. She coming in. She got children and everybody got family and she treating people who she would like to be treated and she family thing. She was very nice. But anyway, she turned and said she oxygen low and then she not think she can put it on the chart for the doctor to come. Doctor come in the evening time and she had to walk. The baby was sleeping. She had to walk family room to like a good little distance, but she said how she did walk, how she fly right to. Me boy down, me and the children, we was in between cause like we can't shut the door right in. You gotta put stand there so the door be open. So all we in part stuff in there, so we in between she and the room. At one point in time I left the children in the room. I tell them only answer if they hear my voice cause when the doctors or anything kind of been knocked 3 times hard. I tell them only answer if it's me because I was out there. Then this foreigner nurse, she had to go, my sister had to go and get the ECG and that time when we get out there she put the oxygen and everything. And the nurse was real rough. Like she don't want help, but she was real rough, but she had a C-section too, like it hurt she started crying and thing and I tell the nurse stop. I get help she so I had baby in one hand and I help she down. And when she could have stand up and walk, the nurse finished out, she went into the other room to do the ECG. She took a little while. Then little after that, we spent a good little while because the people didn't run on it. Furthermore, they was saying the nurse will be out there all the time. The nurse was out there all the time. As soon as I told my sister I coming back, we go in the room. We go in the room. I come back to see if the food I think come for the children. I ain't get the room good. Shanice was calling me. She messaged me first. She said, I want a little assistance, please. So we went back right away and they left the children there. I helped she get the things she don't want. And every time she nursed the baby, I built she. I think, I know, going back again, I get there good. And she called me again. So at this point, I know she really hurting. That she can't help herself.
It's not a good feeling to not be able to help yourself either. And God knows, because we don't know the amount of pain that she was in. Because meanwhile, she know had a baby and she still got the cough because the AC bring back on the cough. But she was getting rid of it. And the AC down there was so bad that it was bringing back on the cough. So like a C-section, you healing and you got a cough, it can be easy. Oxygen levels dropping, could barely breathe. And then to her daughter, seeing her daughter, yes, children made her happy, but her daughter too, like, before she was even moved back, she was crying all the time. She wants your mommy. And seeing your child cry will obviously put you in more pain. It will hurt you more. So like, she was telling me like she's more taught to she, but she started to cry and then it's put more stress on her body. So I tell she what I can talk to she and let you know thing. But obviously, as that's your daughter, she miss your mommy, she worried about your mommy because she know what's going on. She's smart, she's about 7. She's 7 years old. So she was real concerned about your mommy and she crying all the time and stuff. So, but honestly,
I think the lack was the response, because my sister got the antibiotics for 2 days. 2 days before she passed, she didn't get the antibiotics.
exactly. And by that time, baby was already over a week old. So she would have had to start, yeah, he's 2 weeks now. But they should have started her on antibiotics everything. And I feel like them take too long. And then the person at M1 also were giving her wrong doses of medication. Which I don't understand. Like, you don't know how to do your job or communicate properly to find out exactly how much she's supposed to be getting. When she got back down at her, at some point it turns out that they were giving her the wrong dose of something, some sort of injection. They were giving her the wrong dose of it. It was supposed to stop
for the
blood clots. They were giving her the wrong dose of that. But I feel like had they done their job better, she would probably still be here. But I don't, the amount of stress on her body, because she was trying to fight the amount of stress on her body, it was just too much to handle. But had not for being put in that AC, she would have been better, because she was getting better before the AC, then putting back on the cough.
All the time, I ask she about people putting antibiotics. I ask the people all the time, like, get from talk people.
Yeah,
but
that's
me,
what we would tell you, but
me always been in hospital, you know, whole years got to be putting talk these people all the time. These doctors answer a lot of questions. Even when they the first diagnosed, I tell you, like, my brain fog, I tell you, it's got a book and it's written on everything. Cause the doctor comes to me now, come out in 5 minutes. I don't know your name, I don't know nothing. It's got written on everything in the hospital. And I know it was so much she could do. But my thing is too, my aunt was willing to go down her at some point with she and couldn't do that. But and then when the people come for me, I had this elderly man that couldn't hear himself, he was blind. And his family members didn't get back any tests on nothing yet, but somebody had to go with him to help him. So we want to be kinda go with she to help she and like be there with she.
them should have allowed
through the process
them to be down there too, because families could have gone down there together. That was the same lady Danielle was saying that hopefully that's the case, that the family get put together, because families can't stay together.
And I asked, so we could go with she at this before that I didn't want thing before she thing I didn't really want go down there, but she didn't down there either. She was at and I think she was at M1. And after the Sunday when she all that come on, I said, so we could go, but she didn't say no. I said, so not even the logger, so she want low water. You believe? she want water, and she can't get water and want help, and I gotta come and get you water. So I say, at least if Jay there, Jay could get you water. She want water, and so by the little girl could get you. Alright, now we calling the doctor. Doctor don't steal the doctor number. We call the front desk, and they calling non-stop because she want to get the bed to go to the bathroom. And she ain't able because she hooked up to everything. And she said, I need some help. I got baby now. So when I turn and help, she foot off the bed, and then they put heat on the end of the bed. She said, bring that bucket here. Bring that bucket here with an empty garbage bucket. I carry the bucket and I put it down. She end up peeing in and take her all these things, hook up the shit, and there's no help.
Can't move no more.
So she peeing the bucket right there in front of the bed. Alright now. I went back to the room again. I get to the room, girl. She called back. So this time I know, yeah. She ain't able, but she want to keep fighting. She has to keep fighting. Then come back, spend more time with she, and then she went down. The ambulance kind of carried she down. To after 11 or so, she reached down. She reached down her at some point after 1. She reached down her at some point after 1. She messaged me, but I tell me the doors off her vehicle. I messaged she. I said, hold on the door. She's still not good. I said, what the fuck these people really doing? They don't wait till last minute. And they don't rush to do things.
And they did.
That's just what they do.
Too late. They waited too late. Because she did that. I feel like them name.
They the last time I tell my sister, or another thing too, like the baby, like if you're scarring the mother, like the baby, mind you, baby ain't positive or nothing. No, he's a healthy baby. He's a healthy baby. The baby, all the blood, I had to be cleaning off. He will waste all the blood and thing. Like, and when it's professional nurses, I'm gonna could help she bathe the baby. Thank God for you, Rita, my sister, friend, neighbor, baby.
And not for her being down at her at some point too, we would not even know what was going on with my sister. Because I understand that so many families down there, a lot of people trying to get through. But I feel like at some point, somebody should be able to call you and give you some form of information, especially if the person that down there is not in a position to speak to the family, because as I said, she can't talk. She trying to save she breath because she oxygen level so low. She can't even get a word out without coughing. And obviously hearing shit like that, I was like, alright, don't talk. Like, we want to know what's going on, but don't talk. So I would try to message and stuff like that. But
and even one point in time, I thought she was back to me because I used to say if I catch COVID got come to me. And I used to say, I believe, because you know your body, I believe I say if I had to catch COVID, I believe my body strong enough to fight it off. After all, my body been through. So at one point in time, I thought she was vexed with me, but like, is that the oxygen and thing?
She was not able to really talk to anybody, like. And we will always say, okay, ask questions, but no, studying it is like, I don't know how she feel in that moment, like, how bad she feel if she could even get she questions or if anybody was listening. Like, we don't know, because we here and she there. Like, this COVID is serious and COVID is real. So people that don't believe it, because honestly, it really, really, really is something serious.
And you hear all these horror stories coming out these facilities, but you won't believe it until it hit close to home. Or you put the other line here and these people say these things and all of this nonsense.
Until they actually happen, honestly. But my thing is, if you are a nurse or a doctor, I understand before COVID came around, it wasn't a COVID-19, just, little surgeries here and there, other sicknesses that probably weren't as bad. But since COVID come around, I find a lot of nurses and stuff scarring people. If you know that you don't want to deal with people with this COVID thing, go on home. Because you ain't doing your job 100% how you're supposed to be doing it. You neglecting your patients. And in the end, them suffering and them got families home that waiting for them to come home. You know how much plans me and my sister met? when she was in there saying that when she come out, walking the baby in the sun is my job, and you know, well, she continued to get better, and she would always say like, I can't wait to go to here, can't wait to go to here, just go to school, cause just after she had
Right,
the baby,
and
you know,
she stood to the Monday after. I even had to get
5 days after.
I had to get my things.
Nobody didn't think that was a concern. Like, come on.
But the things that a doctor give me, the glycerine. So
I cannot remember what the name.
like an animal. I had to get money from home. I had to get money bring from home to get she hospital right there. They can't. Yeah.
A suppository.
The hospital right there. They can't give she none.
Exactly.
5 days after I used to, I guess C-section.
But it was too hard for them to do them job because them had to put on a suit. Every time you go out, you have to put on a suit. Well, yeah, it's for your protection, but you still got to take care of your patient. You still got to take care of your patient. And big 9 months pregnant, like, come on. Come on, no, this little boy got to grow up before his mother because you neglected a patient. That's ridiculous. I just want to know if some of y'all don't have families or children. Like, come on, no. Y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better.
The last thing I tell she was, take it easy, but keep fighting. Then when it come on, I look at the messages. My mother, my mother.
Yeah. So the night, I think that was the 22nd or the 23rd of November. We had to go down. She messaged us like after 10 or 11 in the night.
Tuesday, she went. Said she get there. She could say she get there Monday because she get there after 1:30. Saying she messaged me.
And she instantly went on drips and oxygen. From the time she got down there, she had to stay on drips and oxygen. And they realized that the levels still weren't coming up. So, yeah, the night time, she messaged all of me and was like, somebody got to come for the baby. She messaged my aunt, she messaged my mother, she messaged me. But my phone had mashed up that same day, so I didn't get the message come through at that point. So then my aunt called and was like, we got to go for the baby, we got to go for the baby. And I'm like, what do you mean we got to go for the baby? Like, what happened? So we had to go down there. Apparently she had to go on the CPAP machine, which is some sort of, is like a mask.
Once people overseas, you like sleep with it on.
Right, and it would blow, it would pump the air to get her oxygen levels to come up. So with her being on that, she couldn't take care of the baby. So we had to go for the baby. And honestly, I feel like we going for the baby really brought she hard and like brought she spirit, because it's like, no, I don't got this little boy here with me that actually keeping me fighting. Like, yes, she know that he home and to come back home to he, but I feel like that really brought she down to see that he had to come home and he ain't no longer there with she just there but herself, everybody home, and she there but herself still fighting. So she had to go for the CPAP machine, and then realized that it still wasn't doing anything. So by the next, no, at first she was saying the CPAP machine real uncomfortable. When we get home, she asked me how baby doing, and we said, well, he doing alright and stuff like that. And she said she got up on the CPAP machine, but it got she uncomfortable. It got she feel like she can suffocate. And meanwhile, she telling me all these things, and my mother starting to cry because it's like we could hear that she's spirit just gone down now. It's like she trying, but it's so hard, and it just breaking she spirit. And we tell she what she needs to go try again. Want you come back home with these children. And so she called the doctor. She called the nurses and she told them, I want to try again. I want to try again. She did try again. She stayed on it for a couple of hours, and the nurse or the doctor called back and said, she trying with it. She tolerating it good. It's helping a little bit. If it improves, we can take her off and just put her back on the oxygen mask so that she could talk to us. So that she could probably call and talk to us for a little bit and then put her back. But that didn't happen because it didn't go up, and they had to then put her on the ventilator. So by the next day, somebody called and said, well, the levels ain't coming up, so we gonna have to put she on the ventilator. And also by hearing that, I feel like she was just like, shh. I feel like she just told herself, man, this is it. Because anybody hear a ventilator, you get frightened, you think, yes, it's the last resort. Some people do pull out. Some people do pull out, but not everybody. So I don't know if by hearing ventilator, it scares you too. But had to go on ventilator. And I try to keep positive and say, well, people that go on ventilator, let's come on. And once everything doing good and thing, but after a couple of days, it wasn't really moving. The levels wasn't coming up where they wanted to be. They even dropped all the way to in the 40s. But it wasn't coming up where they needed to be. And anybody, if you don't know, your oxygen levels for an adult supposed to be between 95 to 100. And for that to drop all the way to 47, that's real bad. Imagine you laying and you fighting for oxygen now by your level so low, you can't really breathe.
Right, the same. No, the bangs that messaged my mother, she didn't even want to tell me that they had a good baby. She turned around and tell me I didn't want to tell you to stress you more, but they had a good for baby. From there in the bathroom and they break me free. I said, Father, Lord, have mercy upon Shanice. Give she some my strength, because you know I can hold my woman. It's trying not for the children to see, but
right. Because we didn't want where we detention either, because I don't know. But it was so hard. We didn't want to tell Shamilia because, like, you know, she already got porphyria, and so battling porphyria and COVID, so we didn't want to let you know to stress you out. But eventually, we had to say something.
All they told me that I didn't tell the teacher till later down that she mother was actually putting event that we shouldn't repent because she was messaging she all the time. So later down the week, I didn't tell, I turned to she, you mother putting event, so you can't hear she till she late cut. That was it. We
So many people prayed. We was here praying at home constantly. So many people prayed for us, prayed for Shanice. But I honestly wish that, I don't know if it's a way that when you on the ventilator, like, I know that you sedated and whatnot, but I wonder if it's a way that the person could hear you, like, if you put up, like, send a voice note and somebody else play it for them or something like that, like, to give you some words of encouragement, because while you're going through something like that, you want some sort of family, some kind of support system around you to help push you. But when your family going through this COVID thing, if nobody else don't name positive, then they got nobody around them to help encourage. And I just feel like with that, them is just give up. But honestly, everybody, no, a few nurses and doctors though, they said she did put up a good fight, because really she was really fighting from the day she went down there. My sister was so excited to get a baby boy. So excited.
She peer.
Yeah. She got a girl and she had a boy, and she didn't even get to Gracie, no. They don't know how we can do this, because growing up, you want to know where my mommy, what happened to my mommy. We got to explain to him her, you know. But it just hurt my heart to see that she couldn't watch he grow up, because she was so excited for he. And she loves her children so much. I know she can't ever watch them grow into adults. A mother and a father lost some child. We lose we sister. Aunts lose them niece. Like, just do your job. Some people do a very good job, but others that want to do the job half-heartedly, come on, try with the patients. They can't help themselves. Some of them are that bad that they can't help themselves. So you have to then do your job and help them as best as you could. So, yeah.
All they can say is if you got your family, then make sure they got a book to write on everything, or save in form. Make sure you got a phone password and check in. Don't listen to what these people telling you over the phone. Just check in, tap in.
Constantly call too, because if you ain't calling, nobody in.
They may call you right away. They may call you right away. They can call you 2 or 3 days. You gotta be calling her, bugging them, and that's if you get through.
Yeah. So
that's my sister's story. May she rest in peace. And she ain't buried as yet because she body ain't released as yet.
A long process when you die from COVID. So.
And another thing, like, the people in Mesa is like raised to humanity. Like, Make her sit on a shot about my sister too obese. She bought tough for she body to fight COVID. My you know. In real life I bigger than my sister. My sister had bigger than me, but in real life even when my sister 3 months, I just still weigh more than my sister because I got more height than my sister short. Somebody back in the COVID, I want to talk about who obese. But you know, got big people that down there, like huge, 300-400 pounds when they went and carry stuff for my sister with COVID. So COVID ain't got nothing to do with obese or nothing. COVID ain't got no age, nothing. Exactly. At one point in time, everybody can catch COVID. Every single body.
Everybody that has something to say about here, just hope like don't come to your family.
Because
you don't know until you go through it.
I just know that we know everything was taught. Somebody coming to my mother's house and they want to know where they're going to sick house.
Where you going in the sick house? I mean,
my mother, I'm
really
saying,
outside. We didn't test positive. We had to wait. So after we first test, we had to wait 5 days to then go back again. So like people will come and check in. We have on our masks. We sitting in. We gallery. The person's outside and just talking to me and asking, "You okay? You want something?" And then like bringing things that we may need that we didn't get to buy. And persons out here telling them, "Oh, you can catch corona. You can catch COVID. You gone in that COVID house." And all kind of foolishness. Oh, you shouldn't be drinking. You should be drinking turmeric and ginger. Like, come on. You don't know nothing. Don't talk.
If you have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. I think somebody that smoke is so like I was so feisty. It's a time and place for everything, and there is no time and place for everything. I know when I walk to say like that's nothing that I would say to somebody that even if I never like you, it's nothing that I would talk.
Thank you.
In the moment.
People fighting for their life and you can't say nothing good about it or about the person. Any words of encouragement. Can't say a prayer. All y'all about here is do is talk bad about people.
You can't do nothing to play it, bitch. I always do. Anybody can tell you all they do is listen to my music hard and mind my business. That's all they do.
And that's people that
even my music is about people. My music is help me meditate. A lot of people don't know that from thanks COVID here and even before my music help me meditate. I listen to my music hard, but no. MJ is here. Yes. I just can't listen to my music hard, or I gotta get some earphones for Christmas. Or I always do with my aunt Carrie up with my grandmother. I listen to my music, I like help me meditate, I laugh and tell like even my music is about people because it's not the type of music I'm listening to. Because it's not Christian music. So you can't please visions, but just be mindful when I saying things and you don't know what's going on in people's lives.
Just keep one mouth shut. Honestly, it hurt me too to hear that them was saying that kind of things about shit because I mean all of you raised about here. There's somebody that y'all watch grow up, wanna know how she is. She was so nice and so loving. She would talk so much crap and just make people laugh. Like, you know the type of person that she is, and she in such a situation and you can't ever say cheese on her boy. Say a little prayer for she or anything like that. You want to come and talk the worst like, oh, she too fat and you know, like, no. Y'all gotta do better as people, as individuals. Y'all need to do better. Honestly. But God knows. And